The Orange Army. How Access Bank turned market women into million-dollar salespeople and outsold banks twice its age. Picture this. It is 2007. You are standing in Balogun Market, Lagos. Noise everywhere. A GT Bank marketer in a crisp shirt walks past, handing out flyers for a new savings account. Most traders collect it, smile, and use it to wrap groundnuts by noon. Across the street, a woman in an orange t-shirt is not sharing flyers. She is helping Mama Nekchi count cash, register her thumbprint on a small device, and open an account in 3 minutes. No branch, no form. By sunset, Mama Nekchi has become a bank. Her shop is now an Access close point. He earns on every deposit and withdrawal. That orange t-shirt did not just sell a product. It created a salesperson. While other banks were spending billions on billboards and TV ads to create awareness, Access Bank was quietly building an army of everyday Nigerians to do its sales and marketing. Today, Access Bank has over 60 million customers. It did not get there by shouting the loudest. It got there by selling differently. This is not a banking article. This is a street-level masterclass in sales and marketing for anyone who has ever said, "I do not have money for advert." If you are an entrepreneur, unemployed, underemployed, or trying to stretch small capital, Access Bank's story will change how you see selling forever. Welcome to part 1 of our 3-part series. Access Bank Nigeria as a case study in sales and marketing that wins in Nigeria. Part 1. From billboards to the streets, how Access Bank rebuilt sales and marketing. The problem with normal bank marketing in Nigeria for decades, bank marketing in Nigeria meant 4 things. 1. Put your logo on a tall building. 2. Run TV adverts with a famous actor saying, "Bank with us." 3. Send marketers to share flyers at traffic. 4. Wait for salary earners to walk into the branch. That model worked when only 5 banks existed and jobs were plenty. But by 2005, Nigeria had 25 banks and millions of Nigerians who did not earn salary. The real money was in the informal market, traders, artisans, students, farmers, people who feared banks or banks ignored. First bank marketed trust and history. We have been here since 1894. GT Bank marketed style and ease, instant account, no wahala. Zenith Bank marketed corporate strength. The bank for big men, all good. But none of them solved one question. How do you sell to someone who has never entered a bank, who cannot leave their shop, and who thinks bank charges will finish my money? Access Bank answered that question, and that answer changed its sales game forever. The big shift. From selling accounts to selling opportunity. Here is the first major difference in how Access Bank handled sales and marketing. Most banks sell products. Access Bank sells income. Look at Access closer. When UBA and First Bank rolled out agent banking, they called it agent banking. It sounded like a bank program. Access Bank called it closer, short for close to you, and pitched it as become a bank in your community and earn daily. The marketing message was not open an account. The message was, make money from every neighbor who deposits or withdraws. Suddenly, the trader in Ibadan was not a customer. She was a partner. She sold Access Bank because Access Bank was selling her profit. Compare that to how GT Bank marketed its USSD Star 737. Great product. But the marketing was, bank, on your phone. Access Bank's Star 901 hash came with, the bank in your street. One is a tool. The other is an identity. That is sales and marketing shift number 1. Sell the outcome, not the object. The channel war. Access Bank versus the rest. Let us get practical. How does Access Bank actually get customers compared to others? Branches versus agents. First Bank has over 700 branches. It is proud of that. It sells "We are everywhere." Access Bank said, "We cannot build 700 branches in 2 years, so we will build 60,000 agents in 2 years. The sales force became the customer. Every Access Close agent has a banner, a POSD, and a reason to bring 10 new people per week. That is 60,000 marketers. You do not pay salary. You pay commission. TV ads versus community storms. Zenith Bank runs polished adverts during news hour. Access Bank runs market storms. Teams in orange bow to Ari a market in Aba or Obeit market in Enugu with music, dancers, and instant account opening. They do not sell the bank. They celebrate the trader. The marketing is the event. Influencers versus ambassadors. GT Bank used to win with Needy and other cool faces. Access Bank went to universities and created Access Campus Ambassadors. These are students who earn by signing up classmates. Kuda and Opay copied this later. But Access Bank did it with physical presence plus digital. The ambassador does not just post online. She helps you open solo account at the hostel with her phone. Digital ads versus in-app selling. Aleti by Wema Bank is fully digital and markets online. Access Bank's Access More app markets inside the app. It uses data to say, you just received 20,000 naira. Do you want a payday loan? That is sales at the point of need, not billboard. The 8 principles Access Bank uses for sales and marketing. Part 1. We will cover 8 principles across the 3 parts. Here are the first 3 principles Access Bank Nigeria uses to handle sales and marketing. Principle 1. Turn customers into your sales force. Most companies hire marketers. Access Bank creates them. Explanation. Through Access Closa, Exclusive, Plus, and Wolu initiative, Access Bank gives people a way to earn when they bring others. The market woman who uses Access Closa tells her neighbors, come and withdraw here, it is safe, because she earns on it. The student ambassador tells hostel mates, use my code, because she earns too. Why it works. Nigerians trust people more than adverts. When your customer becomes your marketer, you borrow their trust. GT Bank and Zenith Bank have referral programs, but Access Bank built a full business model around it. For entrepreneurs, do not just look for buyers, look for partners. If you sell hair, can you train 5 girls and give them commission to sell under you? You just built a sales team with 0 salary. Principle 2. Market to the moment, not the mass. Other banks do big national campaigns. Open account today. Access Bank does micro campaigns. It is school fees season. Here is early savers with 0 charges. It is December. Send money home with Access Africa and get cash back. Explanation. Access Bank uses data from Access More app and agent transactions to know what people need this week. Then it pushes that offer through SMS, in-app notice, and agents. It is like a trader who shouts, fresh tomatoes, when tomatoes enter, not all year. Compared to a bank that runs one generic, save with us, advert for 12 months. Who will listen? For the unemployed, do not post I do graphic design every day. Post I will design 3 flyers for schools this week for back to school promo. Sell to the moment. Principle 3. Make signing up feel like winning. Walk into many banks and opening an account feels like a test. Forms, passport photo, utility bill. Access Bank asked, what is the smallest step to trust? Answer. Solo account with just BVN and phone number. Diamond Extra with just a *901 hash code. Access Closa with thumbprint at an agent. Marketing is not just the advert. Marketing is the experience. Access Bank removed friction. Then it marketed that ease. Banking without wahala. Meanwhile, some fintechs are fast online but fail. Hewin, Newt, Cash. Some old banks are strong in branch but slow to start. Access Bank sold, start now, upgrade later. That is powerful for people who fear commitment. For people on Social Security, if you sell a service, can a customer start with a tiny version? Can they taste before they pay big? That is how you win scared buyers. We will stop here for part 1. 3 mistakes other companies make in sales and marketing. We will share 3 mistakes in each part. Here are the first 3. Mistake 1. They market to themselves, not the customer. Some banks make adverts that bankers love. Big English. Complex visuals. The market woman does not understand it. Access Bank uses Pigeon, uses real traders and ads, uses street language. Lesson. If your customer cannot repeat your message to her friend, it is a bad message. Mistake 2. They pay for awareness instead of action. Billboard on 3rd Mainland Bridge gets million views. But how many accounts did it open? Access Bank would rather pay 10,000 agents 100 naira per account than pay one billboard 10 million naira. Lesson: spend money where you can count results. Mistake 3. They separate sales from service. In many companies, marketing brings the customer, then service frustrates the customer. At Access Bank, the agent who sells you is the one who helps you withdraw. The Access More app sells you a loan and services it. Lesson: your marketing promise must be delivered by your everyday process. Lessons learned. You can use today. 1. Your best advert is a happy customer with profit. If someone makes money using your product, they will shout more than any radio jingle. 2. Reduce the steps to yes. Every form, every delay, every come back tomorrow kills sales. What can you remove from your process today? 3. Sell at the point of pain. School fees time, market day, salary week. That is when people act. Plan your marketing around their calendar, not yours. This is only the beginning. In Part 2, we will dig into how Access Bank uses storytelling, women markets, and digital communities to sell. We will reveal principles 4 to 6 and show you how Access Bank competes with OPay, PalmPay, and Kuda on the streets. If you want to stop boosting posts and start building an army, you need to see Part 2. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. We break down Nigerian business giants into steps you can use with small capital. New video every week for hustlers, job seekers, and CEOs in the making. Do not just watch how banks sell. Learn how to sell like a bank. See you in Part 2. The Orange Army strikes again. How Access Bank used stories, women, and WhatsApp to outsell fintechs on their own turf. You open your phone. A message from your cousin. Guy, I just got a loan from my bank without leaving my shop. No form, no collateral. Just on my phone. You reply, which bank? Kuda. She laughs. Access Bank. Payday loan. Had entered my account while I was selling rice. 10 years ago, that conversation would never happen. Access Bank was the bank for big men. Today, it is the bank that just beat OPay and PalmPay to the market woman's phone and did it without calling itself fintech. How? In Part 1, we saw how Access Bank turned customers into salespeople, marketed to the moment, and made signing up feel like winning. But getting customers is one battle. Keeping their attention when Money Point agents are on every corner and TikTok is full of Kuda ads is another war entirely. Welcome to Part 2. This is where we unpack how Access Bank uses emotion, community, and digital street smarts to sell. If Part 1 was about distribution, Part 2 is about desire. Because in Nigeria, people do not buy bank accounts. They buy dignity, speed, and stories they can tell. Let us go. The 8 principles Access Bank uses for sales and marketing continued. We covered principles 1 to 3 in Part 1. Here are principles 4 to 6. Principle 4. Sell through stories, not statistics. Walk into a Zenith Bank advert and you will hear 14% interest, 50 billion naira dispersed. Walk into an Access Bank advert and you hear, meet Aisha. She started with 1 sewing machine. Pay Power Loan gave her 3 more. Now she trains girls in Kano. Explanation. Numbers impress boardrooms. Stories move streets. Access Bank SW Initiative Marketing rarely talks about rates. It shows real women holding shop keys, smiling with their kids, saying, Access believed in me. GT Bank used to win with cool, abstract ads. OPay wins with free transfers. Access Bank wins with this could be you. Compare products. Diamond Extra from Access Bank is a savings and reward account. Other banks have target savings too, but Access Bank markets Diamond Extra with monthly live draws, customer testimonials, and winners dancing on Instagram. It is not a product. It is a hope. That is why market traders pick it over a silent savings account from Fidelity that may have better interest. For entrepreneurs, do not say, I say shoes. Say, I helped 3 nurses walk 12 hours without pain. Sell the after, not the item. Principle 5. Own a community. Before you sell to it, here is something Kuda cannot do yet. Access Bank does not just sell to women. It builds for women. Through W Initiative, Access Bank runs W Academy training, W Health Month, W Market Access Fairs. Only after that does it say, by the way, here is W Power Loan. Same with youth. Access Campus Ambassadors are not just marketers. They host tech trainings, 105 workshops, and game nights. The bank becomes part of campus life. Then selling exclusive plus is easy. Explanation. Most companies rent attention with adverts. Access Bank buys trust by showing up before the sale. First Bank has First Gem for women too, but Access Bank added training plus health plus market access. It is not a product. It is a community. Compare to PalmPay, which pushes cashback. Cashback brings users. Community keeps them. That is why a student may use PalmPay to transfer, but keep school fees in Access Bank. For the unemployed or underemployed, do not 500 hire me. Join a Facebook group for bakers. Answer questions for 2 weeks, then mention your service. Community first, sales second. Principle 6, make your marketing live where your customer lives. GT Bank was early to Instagram. Kuda lives on Twitter and TikTok. OPay lives on radio and SMS. Access Bank lives on WhatsApp, in markets, and inside its app. How? 3 moves. First, Access Closa agents are marketing billboards. The orange banner, the PO, the H&S voice saying, "You fit deposit here." That is daily advertising. No billboard can match. UBA has agents too, but Access Bank brands them better and trains them to cross-sell. An agent does not just do withdrawal. She says, "Auntie, do you have early savers for your pickin'?" Second, Access More App is a marketing channel. When you check balance, you see get paid a loan into minutes. When you transfer, you see send to Ghana with Access Africa. It is marketing at the point of action. Wema Bank S.A. does this well, but Access Bank combines it with agent physical presence. Third, WhatsApp and USSD are still king for the mass market. While fintechs say download our app, Access Bank says dial *901#. It markets to people with small phones. Then it upgrades them later. That is why a farmer in Oyo can be sold before he has data. Explanation. Do not force customers to come to your channel. Take your marketing to their channel. If your buyers are on WhatsApp status, that is your TV station. If they are in church groups, that is your radio. 3 more mistakes other companies make in sales and marketing. Mistake 1. They celebrate the brand, not the buyer. Some bank ads show the 1,500, the big building, the awards. Customers do not care. Access Bank's ads show the customer dancing after getting a loan. Lesson. Put your customer in the poster, not yourself. Mistake 2. They treat digital and physical as separate. Fintechs say, we are digital. Old banks say, we are physical. Access Bank says, use USSD to start, agent to cash, app to grow, branch for big issues. It is one journey. Companies that force you to pick one lose people. Lesson. Meet customers everywhere, then link the journey. Mistake 3. They sell features instead of removing fear. A competitor advert. Our app has Face 499 and instant transfer. Access Bank advert. No bank charges on this account. No fear. In Nigeria, fear of charges, fear of fraud, fear of what if I no see my money is bigger than love of features. Lesson. Find the biggest fear your customer has and market the removal of that fear. Product face-off. Access Bank versus the street savings and daily banking. Kuda gives 25 free transfers monthly. That is great marketing. But Access Bank a solo account plus Access Closa gives you free deposits at your neighbor's shop and instant help when transfer hangs. For many, help beats free. Loans. Branch loan at Union Bank takes days. Carbon and Fair Money give quick loans but high rates and heavy calls. Access Bank Payday Loan and W Power Loan use salary or business flow data. The marketing is, we already know you, so no embarrassment. That dignity sells. Business payments. MoneyPoint POS is fast and in every shop. But Hydrogen, by Access Bank, gives the agent loans, branding, and a path to become a bigger merchant. So, the agent markets Access Bank harder. Diaspora and trade. EcoBank has rapid transfer. But Access Africa is marketed inside churches, mosques, and town meetings by agents. It is not just a product, it is a conversation. Send money to your brother in Accra without dollar. Lessons learned. You can use this week. 1. Collect stories, not just sales. Every time a customer wins using your product, record it. Voice, note, picture, text. That is your next advert. 2. Build before you broadcast. If you want to sell to makeup artists, host a free class for them first. Give value, then sell. Access Bank does W Academy first, loans second. 3. Use your customer's language. Access Bank says Plosa, not agent banking. It says W, not women's segment product. Name your offer like your customer talks. 4. Be where the doubt is. If people fear online payment, sell them by showing a physical agent first. Once trust is built, move them digital. We are not done. In part 3, the final part, we will reveal the last principles. How Access Bank uses data to predict who to sell to next, and how it trains every staff member to be a marketer. We will also give you the full Orange Army sales model you can copy with 0 naira for ads. If part 1 taught you distribution and part 2 taught you desire, part 3 will teach you domination. Subscribe to my YouTube channel now so you do not miss the final part. We turn big bank moves into small business money. Every week, one case study, one strategy you can use. Comment below. Which Access Bank marketing move can you steal today? See you in part 3. Let us sell like we mean it. The Orange Army's final march. How Access Bank uses data and every staff member to sell, and how you can copy it with 0 naira. Let me ask you a question. What if your business could tell you, today, exactly which customer will need your product next week, before they even know it? What if every person who works with you, from the cleaner to the cashier, could bring you one new customer every month without you paying for ads? Sounds like magic. For Access Bank, it is just Tuesday. In part 1, we saw how Access Bank turned customers into salespeople. In part 2, we learned how it sells with stories, owns communities, and shows up where people live. Now we finish the playbook. This is where sales stops being hustle and starts being science. Because here is the truth most entrepreneurs miss. The companies that win in Nigeria are not the ones with the loudest adverts. They are the ones with the smartest data and the most motivated people. Access Bank figured that out. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Welcome to part 3, the final chapter, Access Bank Nigeria, as a case study in sales and marketing that wins in Nigeria. The 8 principles Access Bank uses for sales and marketing, final part. We covered principles 1 to 6 already. Here are the final 2 principles that tie everything together. Principle 7. Use data to sell. Before the customer asks, most banks wait for you to walk in and say, I need a loan. Access Bank's systems are trained to tap you on the shoulder and whisper, you might need this now. Explanation. After the Diamond Bank merger, Access Bank inherited millions of retail data points. It did not just store them. It built models inside the Access More app and its agent network. If your salary has entered your solo account every 28th of the month for 6 months, the app knows. On the 29th, you see qualify for payday loan up to 100,000 naira. Take it now. If you are an Access Closa agent and your daily float is always high on Mondays, your supervisor calls. Do you want agent financing to handle more customers? Compare that to GT Bank as quick credit. Great product, but you must go and look for it. Compare to Carbon or Fair Money. They blast SMS to everyone. Access Bank talks to the right person at the right time. For small business, you do not need big data. You need small data. Write down when your customers buy. That tailor who sews every eyed, message her 2 weeks before. That student who buys data every Sunday, bundle a Sunday offer. Data is not tech. Data is attention. Principle 8. Make every employee a marketer, not just the marketing department. Here is Access Bank as secret weapon. In many banks, if you ask the security guard about a loan, he will say, go inside and ask the customer service. Ask an Access Bank security guard, and he might say, Oga, Dial star 901 hash, or I can call the agent for you. Explanation. After each merger, Access Bank retrains all staff, not just marketers, on products and how to speak about them. Branch managers have sales targets. Tellers have referral targets. Even the cleaners know what W Power Loan is. The bank calls it everyone the sales officer. Result. A customer who came to complain about ATM can leave with an early savers account for their child because the complaints officer sold it right, compared to banks where only sales team sells. If they are on leave, sales die. Access Bank built a culture where sales is oxygen. Everyone breathes it for you. If you run a shop and your apprentice cannot explain your best offer, you are losing money daily. Train everyone who touches your business to sell one thing. One sentence. We also deliver. We also do wholesale. That is marketing. 3 final mistakes other companies make in sales and marketing. Mistake 1. They launch and abandon. A fintech launches with free transfers. Everyone joins. 6 months later, fees return and support disappears. Customers feel used. Access Bank launches Diamond Extra and then runs monthly draws 4 years. It markets in Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. Lesson. Consistency beats intensity. Do not start what you cannot sustain. Mistake 2. They copy offers without copying systems. Many banks saw Access Closa and launched agent banking, but they gave agents no training, no fast support, no commission increase. Agents dumped them. Access Bank gave agents branding, financing, and a helpline. Lesson. Do not copy the poster. Copy the process behind the poster. Mistake 3. They fear selling to the poor. Some companies say, small customers are stress, so they chase only big clients. Access Bank built an empire on students, traders, and artisans, then grew with them. Today that student is a manager. That trader is an importer. Lesson. If you solve problems for people when they are small, they will not forget you when they are big. Product face-off. The final round agent banking. Money point agents are everywhere, and their POS rarely fails. That is strong. But Access Closa agents get business loans, branded kiosks, and customers who trust the Access name for bigger transactions. So while Money Point wins on speed, Access Bank wins on depth. Many agents actually carry both, but they push Access Bank when a customer wants to save, not just withdraw. Digital loans. Branch loans from FCMB take documents and time. Loan apps like Branch give fast cash, but call your contacts when you default. Payday loan from Access Bank sits inside your salary account. Marketing message. No calls, no shame. We already trust you. The dignity is why salary earners prefer it. Youth banking. Lati by Wema is fully digital and cool, but Exclusive Plus from Access Bank mixes digital with campus ambassadors, career trainings, and physical events. L80 wins on app design. Access Bank wins on life design. Women banking. First Gem by First Bank was first, but W Initiative added health insurance, mini MBA training, and market fairs. It stopped being an account and became a sisterhood. That is why Women S groups adopt it and market it for free. The Orange Army sales model. 5 steps you can copy with 0 naira. Let us turn all 8 principles into a simple model you can use this week. Call it the Orange Army model. Step 1. Find your closer, who already has your customer as trust. The tailor, the barber, the class rep, the estate agent. Meet them. Give them a reason to mention you. Send me customers and I give you 10%. You just built an agent. Step 2. Say the after photo. Do not post I sell cake. Post, here is the birthday girl who cried when she saw her cake. Collect 3 stories this week. That is your advert. Step 3. Show up before you sell. Want to sell to hairdressers? Attend their meeting. Offer to teach them how to post on Instagram for free. After 2 weeks, say I also brand combs and aprons. You earned the right. Step 4. Use small data. Open a notebook. Write your top 10 customers. When did they last buy? What did they buy? Message one today. It is 2 months since your last order. We have something new. That is data-driven marketing with a biro. Step 5. Train everybody to say one line. What is one sentence anyone in your business can say to bring money? We deliver in 24 hours. We sell on credit to churches. We fix it if it breaks. Teach it to your sibling, your friend, your intern. Now you have a sales team. Lessons learned for entrepreneurs, unemployed, underemployed, and people on Social Security. 1. You do not need a marketing budget. You need a marketing behavior. Access Bank did not start with billboards. It started with people. Start with who you know. 2. Sell transformation in small doses. Market woman will not open a corporate account, but she will say yes to an account that pays you when people withdraw. Break your big offer into small wins. 3. Your reputation is your best channel. Access Bank agents sell because neighbors trust them. What can you do this week so one person says that one day reliable? 4. Do not chase everyone. Choose someone. Access Bank chose women, youth, traders, and Africans doing cross-border. Who is your swan? Name them. Serve them. The rest will come. 5. Marketing is not a department. It is a decision. Every time you help a customer without being asked, you just marketed. Every time you explain clearly, you just marketed. Closing. The real secret of Access Bank. After all the strategy, here is the real secret. Access Bank decided that banking was not its product. Access was the product. Access to money, to markets, to dignity, to a better life. So it sells differently. It markets differently. It hires differently. You can do the same. Maybe your product is not banking. Maybe it is food, fashion, fixing phones, or freelance writing. Ask yourself, what am I really giving people access to? Time, confidence, peace. Sell that. Market that. And remember, how you do not need to be big to start. Access Bank was number 65. You might be number 1 in your compound. Start there. This 3-part series is complete, but your own Orange Army is just beginning. If this case study opened your eyes, subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Every week, we break down one Nigerian or African company and turn their strategy into steps you can use before Friday. No theory, no jargon, just money moves for real people. Comment below. Which of the 8 principles will you test first? Thank you for reading. Thank you for building. See you on YouTube. Let us get that access.